Hey, welcome back to Howlite Isle. My hair is a fucking mess. I've just taken this off. It's a mess. Whatever. Let's get into some issues, shall we? Today we have spoilers. Roses are due if violets for you. What? Blot out Boaz? The woman from Aunt and Jobless Fair. Alright, let's do spoilers. After one of your recent speeches included an additional spoiler for the best-selling novel Hexagon, angry librarians, teenagers, and fantasy aficionados have completely surrounded your office in protest. After a hard day's work, you have agreed to meet with the protesters, if only that you can get out of the building. Best-selling novel Hexagon. The question is, if it's a new novel, it's like if I told you Snape kills Dumbledore, we know. It's been several years. If been a many years. If you've not read the books yet, then you're probably not going to. You know what I mean? Speeches, not spoilers. A chance your teenage niece, who has been leading the protest. Look, I'm trying to be a good citizen here, paying attention to what's going on around me. But if you're going to spoil something that I haven't even had a chance to read, then I'm not gonna bother. If you really need to talk about stuff that isn't politics in your speeches, at least warn us about it. Sure, it might look a bit silly, but who cares? This is almost as bad as when I was told that Planet of the Magpies was United Kingdom all along. Also, I've moved to the United Kingdom. I figured out how to do it, so we're in the UK now. Can't these people get a life? Asked your visibly tired speechwriter Elia Haynes, who has been shredding her hate mail all day. Simply say something appeasing, then carry on your business as you normally would. Honestly, I wish I had the free time to read. Then I'd finally find out why everyone keeps getting so upset about Dumbledore, the Dumbledore business. That's dated this a little bit. Besides, wouldn't referencing pop culture make you look cool and with it, as the kids are saying, like, hello fellow kids, is dumb. Giving people trigger warnings for spoilers is dumb. But if this is a brand new release, then it's a bit shitty, but at the same time, if it's a brand new release, then it is pop culture and in the now. So, who cares what Rosebud meant? Or who the real Caesar so say. There's more to life than fiction, observes your always science fiancé minister Josh Palpatine, who is known around the office as a total buzzkill. What's important here is that you've given a lot, and I mean a lot of publicity to a hack of an author, and he hasn't paid us a single cent. Maybe if people are going to care so much about what you talk about in those speeches of yours, we should be getting companies to pay for the privilege of being mentioned. Sure, some may call it bribery and unethical, but there is no such thing as free advertising, and that is going nowhere good. Spoilers must be banned. I hate every single one of these options. Wales George J.K. Token. That George J.K. Token. Wow, that is a packed name right there. The beloved and bearded fantasy author of Hexagon and popular Player Crown series. It's no coincidence that mere days after you spoiled my book, it fell from #1 position on the Howlite Isle City Times bestseller list. Spoilers generally harm the publishing and entertainment industries. Nobody wants to bother with something if they know how it ends. I urge you to make it illegal to spoil if you don't. All of these are fucking stupid. I hate all of these. I think I hate this one the least, so this is what we're going with, but all of these are fucking stupid. A recent political speech drew the ire of nerds everywhere after the speaker claimed that Darth Vader was Harry Potter's father. I mean, Harry Potter's dad was a dick. So here we go. Patriotism went down by a lot. Drug use went up and political apathy went... None of that is good. That's fucking funny. That's fucking... Our entire country is made up of fucking nerds. What the hell? Issues. Jobless Bear. After a much-touted job fair in Howlite City resulted in only 2 hires, the discouraged and desperate unemployed are calling for the government to step in and make job fairs more effective. This can't go on, wails one forlorn job seeker, wearing a t-shirt with her entire resume printed on it. I've been to 33 jobs and I haven't gotten a single interview. There's too much hiring through back-channel networks, like being hired for just happening to be the CEO's cousin. To be fair, that's true. Like, people claim that, like, it's what you call it? It's a meritocracy, but it's not. It's who you know. Who you know will get you further in life than what you know. Companies should be placed under a mandate to blind hire only through career fairs. No. With government oversight to ensure that only the most qualified... everything about this is stupid. Yeah, regulations always help businesses grow, says Carol Stroker, CEO of Widgets Inc., his voice ripe with sarcasm. If you want businesses to hire more people at job fairs, the government needs to relax regulations surrounding hiring and firing employees. And how about a few thousand quarters to fuck off? The problem is that there's no one in Howlite Isle who's actually qualified to fill the jobs. Is this talking about immigration? CEO of the major tech company can you please make it easier for us to hire skilled labor from outside the country? One tech company is like reboots the economy. I'm sure these hapless job fair attendees will be able to get jobs at McDonald's or something. It's obvious. It is obvious that relying on the private sector to create jobs has failed. Wells, your top employee minister, who also happens to be your cousin. A well-planned state economy would fix all of this. Just think of the efficiency of it. We could simply assign people jobs, and we could be the Quinari. And imagine the comfort Howlite Islands would have if they knew they were assured a job before they even finished school. Dude, this is the Quinari. This is... I don't want to hire people. Maybe I'm racist, but I don't want to hire people from other places. I want my people to have jobs. They're taking all our derbs. I hate this. I hate this. This is honestly the most reasonable, but I'm gonna fuck up my own people by doing it. I hate every single one of these. We can dismiss the issue, but I'm not doing that. Oh, this one's hard, man. I don't like the... Oh, shit. I don't like this. I don't like any of these. I'm half tempted just to select this, you know, just because it's funny. Oh, no. It gives people no freedoms whatsoever. I don't like that. This is going to cause more tax to rise up. I'm going to go with this. Yeah. Howlite Isle reclassified from democratic socialist to inoffensive centrist democracy. We're back to that. Howlite Island companies generally just fire employees in lieu of giving them a vacation. That's fucking funny. Corruption has shot up. Crime has shot up. Oh, everything up. We're not doing well today, folks. We're not doing well today. Roses are due if violets for you. Alright. Violetsonly.com, a dating site that helps members of the Order of Violet to meet each other, recently discovered that most of its users were not actually practitioners of violetism. In response, the site owner suspended the accounts of all those who were not members of the Order. Bachelors, bachelorettes, and believers from across Howlite Isle have interrupted you while you're at dinner with family, demanding an immediate solution to their dating woes. Okay. Dating heathens is sacrilege, bellows John Douglas, Grand Poobah of the Violetist Order, as he pushes your brother out of the way and lowers his mighty rump into the newly vacant seat. The great violets demand purity. We must be cleansed of impure thought and remove ourselves from those not of our faith. Our website is a good deed by segregating us from unbelievers. Unless you would have her dread merciful hand wipe Howlite Isle off the map, you must allow us to keep ourselves apart from scum like you. No offense. Go kill yourself. Next, this is discrimination, shouts Northumbria Levy, batting her eyelashes at the Grand Coup are so hard that the force blows out the candles. The website shouldn't be allowed to suspend our accounts just because we aren't of the same religion. But that's the fucking point of the website. That's the point. That's why they made it. It's like straight people going on a fucking LGBT goddamn dating website. That's not why that's not for you, you know? It's like over 50s dating website. It's like somebody of my age going on that. It's not for me. Even if that religion is part of their name, make the owners reinstate our accounts, even if they don't want to. This is not about religion, it's about freedom. My freedom as a single woman to date whomever I choose, plus those purple robes are kind of cute. Why not have the government run dating site? Again, all these are awful. Let the company ban people that are not part of the order, but I'm not fucking mandating it. Why not have a government run a dating site? Muses Virgo Schmo, your second cousin twice removed, who is also an IT technician, as he scribbles an incomprehensible equation onto his napkin. You'd run constant advertisements informing every Madison citizen that of their civic duty to sign up and fall in love with the person of all their dreams. With the right algorithm, you can ensure that only the right two people meet. My fucking second cousin just wants a date. And don't accidentally see others they'd mistakenly think they prefer in their search results. Picture it. Violetist weds two atheists. Faithologists in marital bliss with devout members of a major religion. A diverse nation in harmony. If only for the sake of their grandkids. This is the funniest one, and I like where it might go, so we're going with that one. Children raised in multi-faith households claim the other deity would let them stay up later. Howlite Isle was reclassified from an inoffensive centrist democracy to a democratic socialist. It's funny how I keep jumping from that. My civil rights go from good to average? What? I don't understand that. Howlite Hall support traditional religion. I did nothing of the sort. Fuck off. How did I support religion? I made a government-sanctioned fucking dating website. Maybe I read that wrong. I don't like any of these today. Okay, moving on. Blot out Bahamas? Following his purchase of a large plot of land in the middle of Howlite Isle City, Samuel Data, the heir to a fortune made on the back of the gambling industry, oh, he's not going to be happy then recently, has begun his conversion of the conversion of the property into a vast, unusual mansion. Busybodies are in an uproar at the design. However, they claim it is everything. Everything from out of social context and bizarre to just plain ugly. This monstrosity must be torn down immediately, claims local Horridon and book club member Wendy Trax. The trees in the garden spell a frightening word from the balcony, and the tower looks like well, you know. Mr. Dada's mansion may be his own, but the government must intervene in the name of a taste of common decency. There should be a licensing organization to approve and future already. Oh, dude, the fucking council with building restrictions. Dude, those building restrictions are fucking insane in some places, especially in the country. They are insane. Absolutely insane. Come on, it's my house for Chris Kresikis. bemoans Mr. Dada, lounging in a sun deck outside of his home, elaborate cocktail and trophy wife close by. Surely I can do what I like with my own stuff. Like the time I painted my third car violet. That was cool, wasn't it? Are you part of the Violet Order? Don't you hate it when someone bumbles over? I bet you know just what I mean and starts telling you what to do. Man, I hate that. Just so look right, let's just go inside, have a drink, and forget this whole thing ever happened. Why is this even a national debate? Asked obviously smug and possibly hungover bureaucrat Castile Christington, mumbling, it's just a waste of time. Look, whatever you do, you're going to be unpopular. Why don't you just dodge the bullet? Let local authorities decide, and even decide if it's their job to decide. Then why don't you just annoy... Then that way you don't annoy anyone. And hey, I'm sure there's some local branch of government advocates who'd love you for it. Now can I go home, please? I hate all of these today. There does need to be regulations. You can't have people building a fucking tower that looks like a giant penis, with trees that's spelling, I don't know, like cunt flaps or something. There does need to be regulations. So yeah, we're doing that. Builders spend more time negotiating tasteful architecture than on actual construction. To be honest, that's true to life. Nice a part of town, get cultured. Alright, that's pretty nice. Food quality went up, ideal radicality went up, primitive went up, really? Authoritarianism went up. Safety, pacifism, government size, intelligence, lifespan. Most of these are okay. Alright. Last issue. A woman from Aunt. An intelligence term. The agents undercover to neutralize troublemakers. That's worrying. Has pinpointed the headquarters of notorious crime boss. Have I recorded? Yeah, okay. Thought I selected the wrong one then. Notorious crime boss Sal Bone. It is concealed within a local orphanage. And with Mr. Bone in which Mr. Bone is a sponsor, lacking only a smoking gun, Aunt has come to your office with a delicate request. Aunt would like to launch a mole operation inside the orphanage. Buzz's Special Agent Eve Wiggum, radiating in a form from an undisclosed location, radioing. One problem: none of the team is young enough to pull off an effective inside job. We've been kicking around the idea of recruiting and training a few kids, maybe orphans themselves, to act as our eyes and ears. Already got a circus kid named Grayson as a potential candidate. There's a lot of converted situations where juvenile agents could be useful. If this mission goes well, we could even expand the role into a full-time intelligence division. Why does that sound amazing and awful at the same time? The team option ain't unanimous, yells Special Agent Tara Dovey, her head crackling through the receiver. We don't need to endanger defenseless children. We just need to teach smaller-sized adults how to act like kids. With a convincing enough performance, I'm sure they'll pass as a kid in no time. What are these fools waiting for? Bellows Colonel Levy, furiously switching off the communication channel. A 90% certainty is good enough for me. The best thing to do is to stop messing around and authorize SWAT teams to kick down the doors, blast holes in the walls, kill a bunch of kids, and raid the orphanage. I added that bit. ASAP. Perhaps if we had a little more efficiency, we could cut Ant's detrimental budget and channel into funding. Yeah, fuck off. I represent a group which is strongly concerned with the ever-increasing surveillance of the... Yeah, okay, this is not... Okay. We're gonna make the kids squad because that's fucking funny. Children seem to be getting better at lying these days. Law enforcement went up, corruption went up, tourism went up, safety went up, social conservatism went up. That goes up a lot, doesn't it? Okay, so how is Howlite Isle looking now? We're now in the United Kingdom, we're democratic socialists. Our civil rights are average, our economy is reasonable, and our political... Everything's just going down. I'm trying to be nice, but I'm in the top 10% of primitive. Oh no. Oh no. The community of Howlite Isle is a tiny, safe nation renowned for its ban on automobiles. The quiet industrial population of 9 million Howlite Islians are fiercely patriotic and enjoy great social equality. They tend to view over a more capitalist countries as somewhat immoral and corrupt. The medium-sized government juggles the completing demands of education, welfare, and administration. The average tax rate is 34.7%, but much higher for the wealthy. The Howlite Island economy, worth 307 billion quarters a year, is led by the basket weaving industry, with major contributions from retail, tourism, and cheese exports. State-owned companies are common. Average income is 34,114 quarters, and distributed extremely evenly, with little difference between the richest and poorest citizens. Howlite Island companies generally just fire employees on lieu of giving them a vacation. Children raised in multi-faith households claim the other deity would let them stay up later. Builders spend more time negotiating tasteful architecture than actual construction, and children seem to be getting better at lying these days. Crime is totally unknown thanks to a capable police force and progressive social policies in education and welfare. Howlite Isle's national animal is the magpie, which soars majestically through the nation's famously clear skies. So not much changing. 727 from the United Kingdom for the largest manufacturing centre. Okay. So, yeah. What's this for? Rank. Primitiveness. I'm in the top 7% of primitiveness. Ooh. Based on a number of natural phenomena attributed to unknowable will of animal-based spirit gods. I'm alright with that. I am okay with that. I'm in the top 14% of environmental beauty. I'm alright with that. Averageness, econ equality. You know, tourism, top 22% of tourism. That's pretty good. You know, I'm liking Howlite Isle. Howlite Isle's pretty fun. I like this place. Anyway, it's 9:46. I have not long finished the fucking Wild Heart stream. I need food. Bye for now. God damn, it's been one hell of a day. Day 6 on Howlite Isle, and I am tired. First day of no caffeine, and it's not fun. So at least I'm not having like massive headaches like the last time I did this, so I'm not as bad as I thought I was. We've only got 3 issues today. I don't know why, but we've only got 3 issues today. I think we might actually be running out of the issues, which is annoying because this is like the most fun part of it for me. Anyway, we've got Tiara, sign of oppression, declare feminists. Okay. You don't have to be mad to kill people, but it helps. Tatty treaty spat turns catty. Alright, let's click on the feminist one first. Alright. Because this is topical. Because the last few years. The nation's upcoming hosting of a major international beauty pageant has some Howlite Islean. It's using the wrong term. I've changed this recently. It should be known as Howlians, but apparently it's not updated just yet. An old form of the paper. Alien citizens concerned about the message it puts across. These beauty pageants are a disgrace to women everywhere, shouts feminist campaigner Peggy Haynes. They objectify the female body and reinforce negative stereotyping. They celebrate the appearance instead of the personality. What message is this sending to our children? Do we want them to think shallowness and vanity are virtues? Ban beauty contests. We must focus on the education of our pageantry on ethics and equality to suffer the consequences. Most of this sounds somewhat reasonable, but feminist, so fuck off. I agree that the pageants should be banned. Pontificates renowned moralist, the ever so slightly revered Xerxes Palpatine. But purely in the name of moral decency. All those fashion shows that sponsor these contests make a lot of money from this blasphemy. Oh, and you've lost me. And that is just plain wrong. These women were revealing clothing and seek to entice and seduce young men. As such, we should go one step further and introduce a dress code. Long plaid skirts for the girls with necklaces that never drip below the base of the neck. Only then will the women of our nation be cleansed of sin. I hate you as well. Okay, next one. What in the name of all that's decent and good are you talking about? Exclaims Cooper Vega, leader of the egalitarian civil rights movement. Everyone is equal, damn it. Sounds like my kind of man. Obviously, these pageants will always be sexist unless they're open to everyone. Admiring a woman only for their beauty is an insult to their intelligence and the beauty of men. It's dually sexist. Open up the pageant to both sexes. I think we have a winner. No, boys, please. Let's just host the pageant as is, all right? Implores Catherine Gatwick, one of Howlite Island's most celebrated models. No matter what you people think, appearance is important. Mine allows me to pay for all the dresses I want. So no, I don't think there's anything wrong with telling kids you can make money from being pretty. In fact, I think beauty contests should be held in schools every year. The only person here who isn't a raging degenerate is this man. This is what we're going with. Oh no, it's not loading. It's struggling to process. Here we go. Max Berry is this year's Miss Howlite Isle. More topical than you think. Cool. Nudity has gone up. Taxation has gone down. Good, we need that down a little bit. Social conservatism has gone down. Good. Authoritarianism has gone down. Ideological radicality has gone down. Good. That's mostly good. Nice. You don't have to be mad to kill people, but it helps. Howlite Isle was in shock after a recent mass murder, and shocked again when the suspect pleaded not guilty for a reason of insanity. After a privately employed psychiatrist, what the fuck, convinced the courts that he had no ability to tell right from wrong, Howlians are deeply divided over the notion of insanity pleas, and many angry citizens are demanding you step in. The only thing that's insane is that you're actually considering allowing this, cries the parent of one of the victims of the attack. Whether or not this man is insane doesn't change the fact that my son is gone. This murderer could have easily accessed psychiatric help and must take responsibility for his actions. He should face the proper jail sentence in proper jail. All these insanity pleas do is give criminals an opportunity to abuse the system. We must show the scum of Howlite Isle that they can't hide behind the so-called pleas. Justice must prevail. I completely agree. Yeah, fuck you. Mental health is not a fucking excuse. Actually, it is very difficult for the mentally ill to get help they need in Howlite Isle. Reminds the suspect attorney after receiving a death glare from the parent. It is not their fault that they're suffering, and any psychiatrist worth their degree would agree that many don't have the mental capacity to determine right from wrong. Moving on. The solution to everything is compromise, declares one of your staffers, who claims that the working for you has caused him to go insane. Require everyone around to accused of a crime to go through vigorous mental health. No, you know what? No, fuck you. No, it's a mass murder. Fuck you. Confirm. Prisons are filled with the cackles and sobs of deranged inmate population. Fine by me. Law enforcement, government size. Lifespan's gone down, crime's gone down. That's good, that's good. I don't know why food quality's gone down. Apparently the crazy people really make good food. Alright, last one. Tatty Treaty Spat turns city. Oh, Catty. Okay, university scholars recently made headlines for the discovery of an antiquated treaty between the government and the native Vilestone tribe was never correctly translated into the tribe's language. This treaty, in which the tribe agreed to give up substantial portion of their native lands, used verb tenses which implied that the agreement was only temporary. Speakers have converged into your office for each of the four directions to give their directioners to give their options in the matter. Well, obviously that sounds like they were taken advantage of. Chief Sitting Magpie, elected representative of the Vilestone tribe, paces in front of your desk indignantly. All of my ancestors have been cheated of our sacred land by your people. How are we supposed to thrive on tiny places of arid land like Spruce Ridge and Leaning Rock reservations? I demand that all that was once ours immediately return to us, regardless of whether the land is previously privately or publicly owned. It is our heritage and birthright. It might be going a bit too far there, mate. This simply cannot happen, proclaims Finnick Nimoy, your Minister of Housing and Development. And after Chief Sitting Magpie has returned to the sweet lodge that he constructed on your front lawn, these people are laying claim to productive commercial and industrial zones, along with residential land that was settled by thousands of families. We cannot afford to give up these areas. So what if a few minorities get upset? We need to keep this land for the prosperity of Howlite Isle. Your exasperated secretary hurries in to deliver a new folder of issues to you. Obviously, we can't just return the land; it's too valuable to the country. But we can't ignore these people either. They're too large a percentage of the population to be disregarded. Looking pensive, he pauses for a moment and readjusts his glasses. How about we reimburse them another way? A lump sum of a few million quarters should settle them down, right? Listen to this, codswallop, grumbles your bigoted great uncle while jotting down the series of misspelled racist slogans in a tattered notebook. These leeches have contributed nothing worth of having in our glorious community. They're lazy vagrants who create burden on civilized society. All they do is take drugs and commit crimes. Why not just eject them from the country? Only our race is good enough for Howlite Isle. Alright, so there's no good answer here. Like, I'm happy giving this location back, but they're not getting all of them regardless of how they were acquired. These people seem cheated, but still. And this will probably lead to constant payouts all the time. This goes against my morals, but because there's no correct answer here, I would rather keep all the land for myself rather than give all the land back without like properly going through each of the pieces of land. So yeah, I'm sorry, this feels bad, but like this sounds nice on paper, but it's probably just going to result in constant payouts, which will send the tax going right up and all that kind of thing. So no. This is what we're going with. We're not kicking them out, but yeah. Theft is considered to be okay if the crime happened a long time ago. I mean, yeah. Crime went up. Disposable income, which homelessness went up. Economy went up. Lifespan went up. Did tax go down? Yeah, tax went down. So I think I actually chose right for that one. Alright, let's see what Howlite Isle has to say now. The Community of Howlite Isle, Democratic Socialists. The Community of Howlite Isle is a tiny, environmentally stunning nation remarkable for its ban on automobiles. The quiet, industrious population of 10 million Howlians are fiercely patriotic and enjoy great social equality. They tend to view other, more capitalist communities as somewhat immoral and corrupt. The medium-sized government juggles the competing demands of education, welfare, and law and order. The average income tax is 34.4, but much higher for the wealthy. The Howlite Islean economy, worth 350 billion quarters a year, is led by the retail industry, with major contributions from basket weaving, tourism, and gambling. Oh god, no, the gambling's back! State-owned companies are common. Average income is 35.84 quarters and distributed extremely evenly, with little difference between the richest and poorest citizens. Children seem to be getting better at lying these days, and we've read all this before. Yeah, cool. Yeah, most of this is okay. Top 10% of most primitive. Interesting. Cool, though. All right, we'll see you guys for the next entry. I am so tired. Hopefully, I'm better tomorrow. All right, day 7. We're back once again, and we have 4 issues today. Let's go through them. Nazi sympathizers plan rally. A request for military aid. Blood type gay positive. Okay. Bright orange is the new black. We've got some spicy ones today. We've got to start off with the Nazi one. Nazi sympathizers plan rally. Are the actual Nazis, or are they just like right-wingers that people are calling Nazis? It's so hard to tell these days. Far right-wing Nazi supporters plan to stage a rally in the center tomorrow, giving a voice to their violent racist views. Frankly, I'm appalled that the government can even consider allowing this travesty to go ahead, says prominent Jewish personality Moana Chan. Moana Chan. Jewish. Okay. We can't let these animals broadcast their message of hate. Surely Howlite Isle is too civilized for that. It is exactly because we are civilized that we let the demonstration proceed, says free speech campaigner Tom Hunt. We may not like what they have to say, but in this society, people have the right to argue for whatever political view they want, no matter how hateful, selfish, or stupid it is. I agree. Let them go in public and spout their bigoted, hateful, retarded bullshit, and then everyone can understand that they're hateful, bigoted, and retarded without the need of... If you censor these people, you turn them into martyrs. You drive them underground, and people are like, wait, if you don't want them to speak, what is it you're trying to hide? But if you let them speak, then everyone can hear it and be like, oh, okay, these guys are stupid. These guys are hateful. Why the fuck would I support anything they have to say? So, yeah, this one's super fucking easy. The tenet of free speech is held dear. Howlite Isle's civil rights rose from average to good. Political freedoms rose from average to very good. See? Let the Nazis speak. It's good for us. Patriotism went down. Tourism went down. Food quality went down. Ah, yes. Maybe it's because people left. Maybe people left the country. Because these people... Intelligence went up. That's right. If you let Nazis speak, everyone's intelligence go. Ideological radicality shot up like crazy. Really? Are people that stupid that they jump on board with it? Are you serious? Fuck me. Right, okay, whatever. Safety went up, though. So if we let Nazis speak, the safety goes up. Fucking stupid, man. A request for military aid. A small nameless nation within your sphere of influence has gone on a genocidal rampage with its own borders, including itself of what their supreme ruler for all eternity. What? Emperor Clement Sestero refers to as these filthy bigtopians. Some escaped refugees are requesting that your government do something to end the slaughter of millions. A small nameless nation within your sphere of influence has gone on a genocidal rampage within its own borders. Okay. They're killing everyone, gasps Magnus Bernas, one of the refugees. I implore you, please intervene to stop this murder of my people. If Howlite Isle has got any compassion at all, then it must help us. With these madmen out of power, we can finally go about rebuilding our nation as a land of justice and freedom. How often does... Oh, God. How often does this happen now? It's like, yay, the tyrants are dead. Let's start over. I think there's room for a new tyrant around here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We can't just go around being a knight in shining armor for every random hellhole on the planet. True. says Sandra Gorbachev, your Minister of Foreign Relations. Should we send citizens of Howlite Isle into war so we can save a bunch of foreigners? I don't think so. The fact that this one's come right after the Nazi one. Ooh. I'm no xenophobe, but I've got to ask, what's in it for us? Nothing but the death of our soldiers and criticism from the rest of the region. That's what. Trouble is, we're getting too much of a reputation for having a big army. So drop some of our military funding and let them fight their own wars. They've got nothing to do with us. Yeah. Well, maybe this nation does have something we need, sir, says Amy Morris, your military advisor. While pursuing a giant map of Howlite Isle, we're fast running out of land and resources here. So why not invade this place, kick out whoever is in power there, and take over? We've got the military power, so why wait? If any of these hippies in the region have something to say about it, then they can say hello to our missile program. Haha. Is it wrong that I'm tempted to choose that? They have as much right to their own intellectual property, politics as do. They have as much right to their own internal politics, as we do, says activist and peacenik Emmy Taki. While their actions may be deplorable by our standards, we can't intervene unless it's legitimate government requests it. It is just an invitation to anarchy on an international scale, and nobody but a few crackpots wants that. It's weakened. I'm tempted to take over. I care what's best for my people, and we will be saving. We will be saving their people. We'll just be introducing them to our glorious nation. I'm going for it. Let's go. The country has been going shopping by annexing nearby nations for their resources. Build a military. Peacekeepers. Industrial arms manufacturing, shut the fuck up. Defense forces, shut the fuck up. Sector manufacturing, scientific advancement, corruption, shut the fuck up. Patriotism, shut up. Average disposable income. Intelligence. That's right, bitches. When we invade your country and take over, their intelligence rises because it's the smart thing to do. Hello, Rubes. Do you want to join me? Food quality went up. Ideological radicality went up. Government size went up. Tourism went up. Taxation went down. Environmental beauty went down. That's a shame. Primitiveness went down. Maybe I'm not in the top % anymore. So yeah. Mwah. Okay. This is a banner I do not often get, but there we go. I'm alright with that one. Issues. Blood type, gay positive. Phineas Doe, a young man prevented from donating much needed blood because of his sexuality. That's so fucking stupid. Has been on media blitz after popular queer magazine Out picked up and something a story. With the news cycle being dominated by this topic, make sure everything's newspaper dominated by this topic. Your inundated press office has requested you to come to the decision on what to do. In that vein, you've called all parties. I mean, look, if you're about to give blood in general, you can't have any kind of like issue, can you? You can't be a smoker. You can't have something like AIDS or anything like that. Which, let's be honest, if people didn't want gay people to give blood, the reason why is because the reason why they'll tout is because the prevalence of AIDS, and that's fucking stupid. You know, like the gay isn't carried in the blood. You can't just acquire the gay. Yeah. And even if people did become gay that way, what the fuck's the big deal? I mean, Jesus Christ, it's not like a fucking disease, for Christ's sake. I know this may seem discriminatory, but it's for very good reasons, Menaine's hematologist Dr. Nomantha Akula. Scientists show that men who have sex with men have much higher chance of being infected with diseases which can't be immediately detected or treated. Okay. If they can't be detected or treated very easily, then that makes sense. Like Vidias, for example. Allowing them to donate blood would pose a risk of infecting innocent people who need blood transfusions. We must protect the blood supply and forbid men who have sex with men for donating blood. As a scientist, I absolutely insist. Wait, what specific is it? Is it something to do with the physiology that makes this more likely? Is it something to do with the culture that makes this more likely? If men are the disease characters, then surely women who have sex with men would be at risk as well. Or maybe it's an anal thing, at which point women who have anal sex would be at risk. So, I don't know, man. This is simply outrageous. Doe stresses loudly. Banning gay people from donating blood because of some outdated statistics is just an excuse to keep homophobic a hangover from another time. The vast majority of people who donate blood, gay or straight, are free from infection. These doctors are worried about infection, but straight people can have infected blood too. I agree. VODS is no longer a gay disease. You need the blood. We have the blood. Instead of banning certain groups from donating, how you spend more money on developing more advanced methods of detecting blood, detecting infected blood quicker. That makes sense. As always, no one sees the obvious solution, says Vincent Savage, your health minister. We should allow gay men to donate blood, but keep the risk of infection low. Mandate that gay men who want to donate blood will go through monthly medical checks to make sure they're clean. That way, no one gets infected. While gay people can donate, everyone is happy. That, okay, you're still discriminating against them, but that seems to be a solution that allows them to donate blood, albeit with extra hurdle. On top of that, it does lower the risk of disease, because again, remember how this game works. If I choose this, there will be a giant increase in infected blood, because that's just the way this game works. On top of that, tax will shoot up. This, however, because it's more money being spent. This, however, seems to be the most legitimate way of doing it. They get the right to do this, but they do have extra hurdles, which is still discrimination, but it also reduces the risk that might be there. So I'm okay with that. I agree with this person the most, but I think a tactical choice here would be to go with this. I'm not going for this because I've already fucking read some of it. But the Lord saith, you shall not pick the finger of the gayeth, because you might become the gayeth yourself. Shouts Lazendo Artwood, representative of some faith groups within Howlite Isle. The gays want to donate blood to infect everyone with their gayness. Don't let that happen, leader. Not only will you need to ban gays from giving blood, we should ban them, period. For the people, do if, in the name of the Lord. We're going with that. Fuck you. We're going with that. Gay men commonly complain about their time of the month. Health has gone up. Public health care has gone up. Social conservatism has gone up, but not as much as some of the other choices. Authoritarianism has gone up. Come on. Pacifism, safety has shot up. Human Development Index. You know, this isn't great, but I do think that was the best choice. What about tax? What happened to tax? Did tax go up? Taxation went up, but not as much as if it would have been with the other one. So I do think that's the best choice right there. Right, issues. Bright orange is the new black. A misunderstanding involving a 12-year-old boy, a plastic toy gun, and 5 heavily armed police officers. Oh, this is too real because this happens all the fucking time. Has resulted in substantial police uproar. Fuck the police. The major news networks are having a field day overanalyzing manufacturing and selling a bright orange sci-fi inspired guns for children. We're raising a generation of natural born killers, writes left-wing mommy blogger Kitty Zeus. Dr. Zayas, in her latest Barry blog post. Next thing you know, they'll want to play with real guns. When will it end? Remember, people don't kill people. What? Guns do. Toy guns. Guns don't kill people. Robbers do. Do 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 do. We don't need to get any, fuck me, that's dated. We don't need to get anything that even remotely resembles a gun off the market. We need to get okay, that's stupid. Hey, that's our jobs you're talking about, bemoans Emma Franzworth, a CEO of Big Toys Inc., between puffs of comically large and illegally imported cigar. Banning our most popular toy lines would seriously damage our industry. I'd say the best way to handle a situation is for a healthy corporate tax break. Why do companies always ask for that? If we paid less taxes, we could up production and flood the market with so many gun toys that no kid would ever want one. Then we sell them something better, she says, letting out a elongated laugh as Samoa spilled. Well, we're not going with that. We're not going with that. Y'all gotta be kidding me, grumbles local gun enthusiast Kaminhama Marshall, before spinning into the tin can near the doorway. Plastic ray guns ain't doing nobody no harm. When I was little, I played with BB guns till my dad gun time. Y'all want to ban toy guns? Shoot, we should let them have real guns, make it legal and all. I'll bet I'd even lower crime rates. Who'd want to rob a house knowing little Tommy has a 9mm? All of these options are fucking awful. They're so bad. I'm not banning everything that remotely looks like a gun. That's retarded. And I'm not doing this. This is also retarded. I guess the corporate buyer, I hate to say it, but yeah. I feel dirty. Children have lost interest in toy guns, but favour toy meth lab kids. Oh boy. I mean, safety went down, crime went up, pacifism went down, taxation went down, tourism went down. My tourism, damn it! Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. Alright. Okay, Howlite Isle. Our political freedoms are very good. Civil rights are good. Economy is reasonable. The community of Howlite Isle is a tiny, environmentally stunning nation renowned for its ban on automobiles and PIF helmet sales. Okay. The quiet, industrious population of 12 million Howlians are fiercely patriotic and enjoy great social equality. They tend to view other more capitalist countries as somewhat immoral and corrupt. The medium-sized government juggles the competing demands of education, welfare, and defence. With the average tax income rate is 33.3, but much higher for the wealthy. The Howlite Island economy is worth 462 billion quarters a year and is fairly diversified and led by the retail industry, with major contributions from basket weaving, tourism, and fucking gambling. The black market activity is notable. Shit. State-owned companies are common. Average income is 38,547 quarters and distributed evenly, with little difference between the richest and poorest citizens. And then we've just got the results of the recent things. We are still the top 10% of the most primitive. Alright, day 8. I feel like I've missed a day. Whatever. Anyway, I've got my stream tonight. It's 5 o'clock, so let's get this done so we can dive in and I can dive into cooking and get what I need done and then stream. I can't focus. I've been today. Right. The germ of an idea. Howlite Isle's New Year resolution. Lose fewer limbs. Making money hand over fist and thin skin. Alright, let's just go through them in order. The first one, the germ of an idea. Over the last 2 months, hospitals in Howlite Isle have been reporting a consistently increasing number of check-ins related to food contamination, which has fueled a debate among Howlians regarding government regulations on food safety. If there was one good thing about being part of the European Union, there wasn't many, but if there was one good thing, it was food quality. The rise in food poisoning is disturbing and entirely avoidable, assists the Minister of Food Safety, Chow McKimmon, who is also the author of the popular sightseeing guide 101 Lavatories to See Before You Die. Better regulation and mandatory training of anyone serving food to the public would ensure a sharp decline in food poisoning cases. Turning slightly green, she sprints from the room. Okay. You're out of your mind if you're even considering this, asserts Hedston Starkley, owner of a small-town restaurant. The Howlite Island government, gourmet. Millions of people eat in restaurants every day. And normal people don't have any problems. It's just the wimps who are blowing the whole food poisoning, a lack of food safety thing way out of proportion. Over-sterilization of our environment weakens our immune system. You should get rid of any ideas of food standards and regulation, and we'll all be healthier for it. That is fucking ridiculous. He has a point with that, though. Over-sterilization does weaken our immune system. You know, let kids get a bit dirty. Let them get sick. It's good for them. Just not to a ridiculous degree. But yeah, that's absolutely fucking ridiculous. I was actually watching Buff Pup the other day, and she was talking with, I forget her name, she was talking with someone else, and this girl had, she's like terrified of eating shellfish because she automatically assumes that she's going to get food poisoning from them, which I've actually heard quite a few times is from people, it's like a pretty common fear from what I can tell. Quite a few people I know won't eat shellfish, won't eat it for that reason. And then I remember the number of like TV shows and whatnot from like when I was growing up that had a plot point about getting food poisoning from like lobster and something. So maybe it's that. I don't know. Don't you know what's in these restaurants? Germs! Exclaims Matilda Bollock. As she wipes her hands repeatedly on with a wet wipe. Germs that get into your body, into your brain, and make you sick. Chefs cough in our food and serve it to us. Believe me, I know it goes on. I boil my food for 30 minutes. It kills the germs, keeps me safe. And leader, if you want to protect Howlians, you'll insist restaurants do the same. Okay, this is the only reasonable argument here. Get ready for taxation to go up. It's having difficulties. Here we go. It is illegal to distribute Girl Guide cookies without an advanced hygiene diploma. Oh, of course. I forgot what kind of game this is. Queen of the Hill addressed 30 issues. Has taxation gone up? Tourism? Yeah, taxation's gone up. I knew that was going to happen. I don't know why I'm so obsessed over that, but yeah. Food quality's gone up though, right? Yeah, food quality's gone up. Less than taxation. I've just had to cut a bit out. I actually accidentally scrolled over to my secondary screen and clicked on a music video, so I've just had to cut a little bit out, but there we go. Right, issues. Howlite Isle's New Year resolution, lose fewer limbs. The Howlite Island New Year has arrived again, and citizens across the nation are setting off fireworks that light up the sky in a beautiful, awe-inspiring display. Lighting up Howlite Isle's roads, however, are the sirens of emergency vehicles tending to the injuries and fires caused by the explosive revelries. Your Minister of Safety have twisted your arm to personally investigate the situation. So you're reluctantly left to your own New Year's party to venture to the local hospital. I will say, if this is about fireworks, I hate fireworks. And I hate Bonfire Night, because there's no such thing as Bonfire Night. It's Bonfire Months. As soon as fucking, like, fireworks are available in the shops, They are on all day and all night for fucking months. And pets all over the fucking country suffer. Wildlife all over the fucking country suffers so people can fucking blow shit up. It's ridiculous. They're pretty. I agree, they're pretty. But I personally think fireworks should be regulated to, They should be regulated to organised events. Then it's only like a few times a year or a few times a month rather than constantly all the fucking time. Because this is I think out of all the issues out there, this is probably the most authoritarian I am on an issue like this, where it's not that fucking ridiculous, but it really is. It's months, and I hate it. For months we have to listen to that shit go off 24/7. And shit, like I've jumped out my skin a few times when walking the dogs around the time when one has just gone pew, like not that far away from me, and it's one of the ones that makes no sounds, and then all of a sudden you hear a slam, like a big fucking explosion. Oh my god, I almost jumped out my fucking skin. I hate fireworks. I used to like sparklers as a kid. I like sparklers as a kid, but that's about it. Like, I've never liked fireworks. A frazzled ER doctor, Aphia Ripley, begins lecturing you whilst distractedly stitching a patient. I can't take it anymore. Every new year, the number of patients in burn ward the burn ward explodes. Funny. A need for stitches skyrockets. She can't help herself. Fireworks are clearly too dangerous for the untrained public to play with. No, the stupid public to play with. You can play with you can use on fireworks untrained. It doesn't take a fucking genius, but stupid people always exist, unfortunately. We need to ban possession on use of fireworks without proper training to keep the tradition of Howlite Island New Year alive. The government can sanction shows and hire licensed professionals for the celebration. To be honest, this is what I want. And hey, if I weren't suddenly getting so many emergency calls on a New Year, I could actually have time to watch the show. That's not far enough, interjects local bird watcher Philippe Zhu, who is standing by the window by binoculars trained on a vulture by the hospital morgue. It's not a celebration for the birds whose sky we're shooting into. Animals don't understand what's going on when unnatural flashes and scary noises suddenly start bursting all around them. If they dodge the explosions, noxious smoke sought to drive birds out to the sky, while remains of spent fireworks littering the streets pose a swallowing hazard for scavengers. This is actually completely fucking true. Licensing fireworks operations won't change this. We need to ban all fireworks and find less inconsiderate ways to entertain ourselves. I disagree with this, but I understand the point, because this is what I was saying before. In my opinion, if I had my way, we would ban public sales of fireworks and we would restrict them to certain planned events, right? Some of them would be free, some of them you'd have to pay for. So yeah, that's kind of, and they would be held in certain areas that are away from the most of the wildlife. You can't avoid all wildlife, but they would be held in areas like in certain areas in certain cities or places away from a bunch of wildlife. It happens in the fucking local park as well. People do it in the local park. It's fucking ridiculous. I hate it. I hate fireworks. So no, we shouldn't just ban the organized events as well. This to me is what I want. I want this. This is what we're going to be going with. And yeah, the authoritarian things probably go up. I know I'm being authoritarian with this, and more than likely what will happen is people will get like black market ones as well, and like illegal ones, and that just further increases the chance of issues, because the kind of people that do that will buy them are the kind of people that were banning them to kind of prevent getting them in the fucking first place. So, but you know, that's going to be the case with anything. That's ridiculous, retorts Christy Fernandez, Chief Technical Officer of the Have a Blast Fireworks Factory, who is visiting the Burns ward to hand out free sparklers to the injured. Thunderstorms happen all the time in nature, and animals survive those. Yeah, but thunderstorms don't happen as fucking often and go on for so fucking long, nor are they that fucking bad. Fireworks are fabulous fun. If some drunken idiots can't read the safety instructions we supply them all, our products, then the natural selection doing our species a favor. In fact, we should legalize the use of fireworks all year round. Oh, dude, can we put this man to death, please? Is the death penalty... Have we got to the death penalty yet? Because I'd legalize it just to kill this motherfucker. No, fuck off. We're going with this one. I don't care for the authoritarian. Banning party poopers has been a real party pooper. What? Banning party poppers has been a real party pooper. Okay. Authoritarianism? Yep, that's gone up. I don't give a fuck. Safety's gone up. Environmental beauty, I imagine. That would make sense. Charmlessness? Oh, fuck off. Pacifism? Recreational drug use? I like how everything sends that up. Health has gone. What about... Wait, I'm actually surprised that the environment stuff doesn't go up with that. I think that's kind of ridiculous. Because, again, walking the dogs around that time, I've got to watch them for fucking popped fireworks stuff fucking everywhere. Fucking everywhere. I hate people around that time of year, man. I hate it. Alright. Making money hand over fist. In a highly anticipated boxing match between pretty boy Ludwig Chan and something the Junkyard Dog, Plath watched by millions across the nation, both competitors walked away with more than 100 million quarters. Critics are claiming that the fight has ushered in a new wave of spoiled, egotistical, money-grabbing athletes. Just want to check something really quickly. Yeah, okay. It is utterly ridiculous, touts Sienna Webster, a freelance journalist who formerly focused on politics but is rumoured to have switched to reporting on sports to pay the bills. If I knew dancing around like a fairy for an hour could earn me that much, I certainly wouldn't be wasting my time writing. The government should peg athletes' salaries to another hard-working profession like freelance journalism to curb this unfair advantage. I will agree that athletes get paid a fucking retarded amount of money. Like, there's no way footballers, for example, should be paid more money than like half the populace will earn in a lifetime if combined. It is ridiculous. That being said, athletes should earn a lot of money because not only their career is a short amount of time. I think by the time they're in their 30s, at the very least, for the majority of sports, they're almost out of the door. It's a very short-lived career. And then after that, what the fuck do you do? A lot of them turn into sports commentators and things like that, but yeah, on top of that, it is not just a job, it's a lifestyle. You have to have a very strict regimen, both in training and food. So essentially, your entire youth is wasted on this sport. So yeah, they should be paid a fair amount of money because it is a job that completely dominates your life if you do it properly. And this is coming from someone that doesn't give a fuck about sports, by the way. That doesn't just cut it, interjects Ariel Deming, head of Wage Equality Group. What about the actor getting paid a princely sum for spending a day acting in commercials, or a CEO getting paid 50 times what their workers make to lounge on the golf course? The government should regulate all professions. Professional pay will no longer be a matter of industry and business, but legally and government policy. I do agree that actors get paid stupid amounts of money, as do fucking CEOs, but still, like, that, I think that's a bit, yeah. But again, this is too authoritarian for me. I think they must think we're grabbing money from their, pockets. Mumbles the no longer handsome looking Ludwig Chen, who lost a fight in a knockout. Lots of people paid to see the fight, and I earned that money. In fact, you should see, this is actually a good example of why they earn money, because they get injured and this guy looks like he's lost a few brain cells. In fact, you should help make people watch our fights. People will have a fun thing to watch, or maybe they'll even want to become fit like me. Yeah, in the body, but not the brain, apparently. Those critics are just cowardly keyboard warriors, hisses the infamously tough boxing coach, Fremir Lampham. I'm sure anyone critical of athletes' salaries would quickly shut up if we forced them into a real fighting situation. There'd be a good punching bags from like I'm not suggesting that, no. So is this guy asking for us to force people to fight? We should help make more people watch our fights. Yeah, let's introduce people to it. Like this is fine. If more people become fit want to become fit by watching it, then great. Like yeah, because I'm not forcing people into the ring for criticizing people. I'm not removing the fucking wage. Like I'm not completely controlling wage in the country. That is ridiculous. To a certain degree, yes, you need again. I'm not against capitalism. I'm against unregulated capitalism. And no, athletes actually earn... They do get overpaid. I agree. Especially football. Fucking hell. But it is a life-dominating profession. So they should earn more money than you know, the average fucking job. Because it completely dominates their life. And how many jobs really enforce that? At least... how many jobs enforce that by their very nature? Not because of corruption, but by their very nature. So yeah, we're going with that. Major boxing matches are held by in government buildings. Combine a healthy populace, civil rights, and an excellent environment. I am fucking proud of that one. That healthy populace, civil rights, and an excellent environment. That right there sounds like my fucking paradise. I'm really proud of that one. Industry gambling. Why does that keep going? Oh, sports. Retail, because sports close. Business substitution. Health has gone up. The weather's been improved, apparently. See, if we have ritualistic fights in governmental buildings, it'll improve the weather, because we're sacrificing blood to the blood god. Crime has gone up for some reason. Niceness has gone up. I'm alright with that. Food quality's gone up for some reason. Most of this is fine. Intelligence has gone down. Pacifism has gone down. Safety's gone down. Scientific advancement's gone down. But most of this is good. Most of this is really good. I'm really happy with that one, and that's definitely going up there. In fact, I'm tempted to even make that my major one. That one's definitely going up there because I'm really proud of that one. Cool, that's awesome. All right, last issue, Finskin. Popular fashion magazine Astropolitan has recently been criticized for heavy-handed use of photo editing software to make their models appear slimmer, smoother skinned, and paler. A lot of fashionistas and equality advocates have sashayed and stumbled into your office to debate the issue. See, there's nothing wrong with using Photoshop to make an image look better. I do it a lot of the time. However, making models look slimmer I'm against that. Because, okay, so the typical kind of health debate that goes on... We've gone from one end of the extreme to the other. It used to be that these kind of companies push essentially anorexia. They push people to look like skeletons with a layer of skin on and nothing else. And that is fucking disgusting. Because, again, body image is a thing. However, we've gone the opposite way now, where we're now glorifying obesity. Both of these are wrong. Alright? You're supposed to have a little fat on you. You need fat. If you don't have fat, you get screwed over. Your body is weak. You need fat. You don't need to be obese. You don't need to be fat. You need to have fat. Right? Again, I'm speaking as a person that used to be huge. Fat is good for you. Not too much. Again, you need to have it, not be it. At the same time, being obese or being anorexic kind of stuff, these are bad. These are not things we should be pushing. You know, I don't mind beautification a little bit, but a lot of these, like, it goes to the point where I don't even know why they hire actual models and they don't just do everything on the fucking computer at this point, because the models they're using, it's like they're not using them properly. It's just like you might as well just use a mannequin, you know what I mean, at this point, because the way the industry fucking photoshops people, it's ridiculous. And again, like, people go on about women all the fucking time. Men have not changed. You look up male models, you're not going to get anything remotely realistic. They're all going to be jacked up to high hell. So, again, it's one of those things where it's one-sided. Photograph enhancement is nothing new, darling, slurs renowned fashion designer Clara Lagerfield. For my creations to look as gorgeous as possible, we need to make our models look as gorgeous as possible. If that means adjusting them down in post, then that's what we do. We're selling a dream of something better, not thwarting reality. What right does the government have to dictate how we edit our magazines? Besides, it's not like we're hurting anyone. You kind of are, though. Because the media informs our reality. People like to think that we're above it, but we're not. Every one of us is going to be influenced by media, especially in the internet age where it's impossible to escape it, and especially how the media kind of acts as one fucking loud force that kind of always says the same thing and agrees with each other with the odd outlier. So these companies actually create our perspective of reality. So if our perspective of reality is this, if this is what we view as normal, then we're going to view ourselves as fucking hideous, and that's going to cause problems, right? People should aspire to be healthy. They should aspire to look after themselves and make themselves look good. However, there is a point in which it becomes like fantasy. Like, I might as well turn myself into a wolf man because that's the only fucking possible future. You know what I mean? Like, the only possibility is to be something that I couldn't possibly be, which makes people hate themselves. You know, like, no. There's an element of this where the left has a fucking point. The people moaning about this has a fucking point. Well, we've gone too far in certain areas in recent years. Not hurting anyone, she says. Lies! Screaming social worker Ingrid Dixon. Young girls across Howlite Isles, young men as well, are affected by this. In general, in real life, especially in the modern age. Read her magazines and think they need to conform to these fake physiques. Exactly. Let's not even talk about the implicit racism and deliberately whitening skin tones I employ. I kind of disagree with that because pale skin is kind of hot. In fact, when I edit my own pictures, I turn down the fucking contrast because I like the contrasted color tone rather than... I don't like these palettes where it's just as bright and colorful and like neon light as possible. I actually like what I describe as English weather. I've had training in photography, so this is kind of my element. I like what I describe as English weather, where there's like an overtone of like a dreary day. That's what I like, because to me that not only looks nice, but it looks more realistic. That's why I go with that. So I do the same thing with my own image. We're not going to make enhancement illegal. We're not going to make them illegal. But there needs to be regulations. Simply banning photo editing is insufficient, proclaims plus-size pop star Megan Plimsoll. It's abhorrent that only tall, slim women are considered modelling jobs when these styles will be sold to women of all shapes and sizes. I suggest a government mandate declaring that fashion designers must fairly represent women of every size, and this is the issue we have right now. Your Minister for Friendly Solutions, Milhouse Leaf, suggests an alternative solution. How about setting quotas of inflicting bans? We try and change society. Let us bring forth a candle, a big fat tallow candle, I suggest you tax the fashionistas and use the money to subsidize artists who are making positive depictions of plus-size, big-boned, bronze statue. Oh my god. So we push the fat... We push fat glorification. Oh. See, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like any of this, because these two are pushing the fat glorification that we've had in recent years. This one goes too far with banning changes entirely, and this one ignores the issue. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I don't like it because I use Photoshop as well, but I think it's the most reasonable option, because I do care about this issue, but so I don't want to ignore it, but these two are going in the direction where they're going over the top. So we're going to go for that one. Fashion models are guaranteed to be 100% genuine, as anorexic as they appear on the magazine covers. Ooh. Crime has gone down. Has health gone up? Health has gone up. Social conservatism has gone up. That's interesting, because that seems like an extremely left-wing kind of thing. That actually really is interesting. Surely the conservatives would want the fake women. They'd be like, "Oh, you libtards are going too far." You know, that actually surprises me. All right. I'm not going to read it. Actually, I will read it, because this might actually be the last video in the series. I'm not quite sure. I think I've just missed the day, truth be told. The Community of Howlite Isle is a tiny, safe nation renowned for its ban on automobiles, PIF helmet sales, and stringent health and safety legislation. The quiet, industrious population of 40 million Howlians are fiercely patriotic and enjoy great social equality. They tend to view other more capitalist countries as somewhat immoral and corrupt. The medium-sized government juggles the competing demands of education, welfare, and defence. The average income tax is 35.9%, but much higher for the wealthy. The Howlite Island economy is worth 553 billion quarters a year. It is led by the retail industry, with major contributions from gambling, basket weaving, and tourism. Yay! Black market activity is notable. Black market. Did I say market? Market. State-owned companies are common. Average income is 38,278 quarters and evenly distributed, with the richest citizens earning only 2.0 times as much as the poorest. That's changed, which justifies this a little bit more. It is illegal to distribute Girl Guide cookies without the advanced food hygiene diploma. Banning party poppers has been a real party pooper. Major boxing matches are held in government buildings, and fashion models are guaranteed to be 100% genuine, as anorexic as they appear in the magazine covers. Crime is totally unknown, which is interesting considering how fucking the crime thing jumps up all the time. Thanks to the capable police force and progressive social policies in education and welfare. Howlite Isle's national animal is the magpie, which soars majestically through its famously clear skies. Let's choose the banners. We are going to be adding this as our primary, because I'm really proud of that one. Combines healthy populace, civil rights, and an excellent environment. I'm really proud of that one, because isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we want? Super proud of that one. Cool. We've had one or two sessions where I've not been happy with the outcomes and kind of like the selections we've got to choose. But outside of that fashion one, they were all pretty good today. Also, we're another top 10%. Is this healthy? Most rebellious youth. Is this because why are they Why is that shot up? That shot up from yesterday. What did I do the other day that caused youth rebellion to shoot up? Huh. It's those Girl Scout cookies, I tell you. God damn. That really shot up. I don't know why, but there we go. Okay. We're still primitive. But whatever. We're beautiful and healthy, and everything's going good. Alright. Our economy could use a bit of a boost, though.